Alright, so here I have a right triangle. Because I have a right triangle, I'm first going to think about what I need to solve for. X is on the outside, therefore it's a side. But I'm thinking to myself, they gave me an angle and a side. If I gave you two sides of a right triangle, I can just use Pythagorean theorem. But I don't have a third side length, so I cannot use Pythagorean theorem. If they gave me only one side, one given side, and one angle, and I'm solving for a side, then I can use my trig ratios because of this is a right triangle. So ka tova. And then you're always going to start with that given angle. So if that helps you, I try to show students by highlighting it. And then you can just go and label the sides. So this one is the opposite. This one is the hypotenuse. And the given side is the adjacent. Now, I look at them and realize, well, there is no number or variable at the adjacent. So I'm not using it. So now I'm going to cross off everything that has the adjacent, cosine, and tangent. I'm left with sine. Sine of the angle. Now I put a blank here because you're eventually going to fill this in with whatever we have. So it could be an x or it could be a number. So in this case, I have degrees equals opposite over the hypotenuse. I'm going to substitute in some information I have. Sine of 19 degrees is equal to the 4 over x. Now I need to solve for x, but if you pay attention, the x is in the denominator. So I'm going to make this a fraction. Ratio equals a ratio. I have a proportions. You solve proportions by cross multiplying. So I now have 1 times 4. And now I have sine of 19, which I'm going to put in parentheses, times x. So I have 4 equals sine of 19 times x. I'm going to divide both sides by sine of 19. So this might be new to you. I'm trying to solve for x. I have x equals 4 over sine of 19. Now most standardized tests, they like to test you based off of this. They just want to know the fraction. Well, this is what I call a calculator ready equation. Class, say that in the count 3. 1, 2, 3. Notice how I haven't actually used my calculator to actually evaluate anything. I do that at the very end. Also notice that you do not round to the nearest tenth anywhere on the top part. You only do that at the very end. Let's put that into our calculators. Now, pay attention. This is degree mode, right? Don't assume you know your calculator's on. I don't know, so I'm going to press mode. Go back to degree. It's going to catch one of you. So now I'm going to have 4 divided by sine of 19. I'm going to press enter. I'm going to write a bunch of decimals. And then I'm going to look back and recognize what is it asking me to round to. So 12.3. I'm going to write units. Solve for x, round to the nearest tenth. It's on the outside. I use trig. I eliminated the adjacent, so it has to be sine. Cross multiply to solve for proportions. Get a calculator ready equation, and then make sure you round at the very end.